fellow Star Wars nerds, and welcome to Unlimited Content, the podcast where two brothers talk about all of Star Wars film and TV in chronological order on the internet as an excuse to hang out more. We're your hosts, Sam and Jack, and this week we're talking about the Clone Wars, Season 3, Episodes 12 through 14, Nightsisters, Monster, and Witches of the Mist. Jack, hello.
Sam,
how are you?
Hello. I'm good. Good. Starting a little bit late tonight, but that's okay because I'm feeling pretty awake. Good. That's okay. This is okay. I'm doing good. I'm in a good mood, so that's good.
Yeah. Why are you in such a good mood? It's not because we have bills, because that never puts me in a good mood.
It's not because we have bills. You know why? Because those bills are covered by our sponsor.
Who's our sponsor? That puts me in a good mood that we have a sponsor.
Yeah. This week's episode of Limited Content is brought to you by the letter Q.
Q? The letter Q?
Yeah.
Not the character Q, but the letter Q?
No, not the character Q from either Star Trek Next Generation or from James Bond. Neither of those Qs.
Oh, yeah. What about the one from Deep Space Nine? Or Voyager?
Isn't it the same? That's the same.
But you
same
said specifically from the Next Generation.
It's John Delancey.
It's John Delancey. Hello, John Delancey.
This episode is brought to you by John Delancey.
Thanks, John Delancey.
What's your favorite word that starts with Q, Sam?
Quip.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's a good one.
It's good.
What about you?
I like quirk.
Quirk. That's a good one. It's quirky. I like it.
Quirky. It's quirky. I'm a quirky guy.
You are. That's what I like about you. Your quirks.
All right. Well, Sam, other than eating that ice cream that I see in your hand,
ice cream.
What have you been up to? First of all, what kind of ice cream is that?
This is an ice cream cone from Aldi. It is strawberry and vanilla swirl. It's really yummy. Ooh. It's got chocolate lining in the cone. 10 out of 10.
Oh, that's excellent.
It's so good.
Whenever you get to the end of that, and it's like
you
get to the end of the cone, and it's just like, it's just chocolate and cone.
Yes.
It's this little candy treat at the end.
It's nice. So good. It's so good. Yeah.
This episode is also brought to you by the chocolate at the end of the cone.
Yes. The best. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Ooh, I just realized that you can probably hear it. My fan is on in my room. Oops. I'm going to turn that off. Like, why do I hear this noise? This episode of the podcast is also brought to you by Sam. Remember to turn off the fan.
Gosh, so many sponsors today. We're really rolling on it. You know?
It's a Bluetooth fan. I can turn it off
so good.
without moving. Wait.
It's more.
So much quieter now. Like, why was there white noise? There's not usually white noise. It was the fan.
You fool.
Me fool. Okay. Other than eating this ice cream, what have I been up to? Since we last recorded, it's been like 2 weeks since we recorded, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since we
last week.
Yeah, since we recorded last, the X-Men 97 finale aired. Jack, are you caught up on X-Men 97?
I'm not.
Oh, dude. You need... Jason and I have been texting back and forth about X-Men 97 because he also has been obsessed with it. It's so good. It's so good. Now, I don't know what to do now with myself until the Acolyte comes out. I have like 3 weeks of like nothingness. Of no new content. I need my content, Jack. Pump it straight in my veins, that content.
It's 2 weeks and 2 days until the Acolyte comes out. So
you know it was 25 years ago today?
Phantom Menace.
The Phantom Menace. Heck yeah.
Yeah, saw that on Instagram.
Me too.
So I think Ahmed Best posted something about it.
Yeah. The Ahmed Best. The best Ahmed
He's the best. He's the only Ahmed I know, therefore the best.
Indeed.
But he would probably still be the best. No offense to all other Ahmeds, but
yeah,
he's a good one.
He's a good one. So I watched the X-Men finale, and I won't talk about it too much on the podcast, other than I just want to talk in generalities about what I love about X-Men 97, because it's so much... It's like, I don't know, I expected, like, superhero romping and stomping and big old explosions and stuff, and I got that, but I got so much more than that, because X-Men really, it's a family drama set in a superhero universe, and it's got like, there's like, the action is amazing, but also like but I watch it more for the relationships between the characters, and just like, it's a lot of found family kind of stuff. I mean, that's what X-Men's always been about, but it's just, it's so good, and just the drama and high stakes, and it just like, it sucked me in from day one. And as soon as the finale ended, I was like, I need more. I want more X-Men. Give me the X-Men. It's so good. So, it's very, very good. I love it so much. Jack, I can't wait till you've watched all of it so that we can talk about it, because it's whenever I watch something good and nerdy, I like want to immediately talk to you. So the fact that I've experienced something before you, because it's usually you experience it before me, and then you fill me, and then I like get to play catch up. Like it's like with video games and stuff, but now it's just weird being on the other end of like, I've watched this thing and you haven't watched it yet, but I want to talk about it.
I'm slacking.
And you are. Come on. I want to enjoy these things with you. But yeah, so it was good. I did that. The only other big thing is we got a fire pit in our backyard.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we had the inaugural fire pit breaking into the backyard this afternoon. It was awesome. I love it. I love that we have a fire pit now. We got a steal of a deal. It was like $30. It's usually like a lot more than that. I know, it's very nice. It came with a cover, all that stuff. So we hadn't been using our backyard for the longest time, because when we moved in, it was just overrun with ivy and weeds, and there's also just like a lot of like construction junk mixed in with the ivy, and I just didn't want Marion playing back there. But now, Marion's older, and I can kind of trust her a little bit more to just run around and do stuff. But also, I got a weed whacker, and I got like an attachment for the weed whacker that like cuts through all the ivy and junk. And once I started cutting through the ivy, grass started growing up in place of the ivy. And so now that we have grass, more grass, less ivy. There's still way more ivy in the backyard, but like the grass is showing up and it looks more like a backyard. But now that we also have a fire pit, I'm like, whenever the fire's going, I'm just kind of just walking around the backyard, pulling up like this ivy from the ground and just throwing it in the fire. And instead of just like cutting it, I'm like ripping it and throwing it in the fire. So that way it can't go back, because it will go back if you rip it out and just like leave it on the ground. It'll just like find its way back. Yeah. So slowly I will overcome the ivy in the backyard, and we will reclaim this. It's like we just got a new room in the house. It's awesome. It's so fun.
That's great. That's great. Yeah.
So
have you s'mores yet?
We have not s'mores yet. I have s'mores before, but not on this fire pit.
You know, yes. I know. I've s'mores with you. I'm aware that you've s'mores before.
We've done that. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. That's all the exciting things in my universe. What about you? What are you doing?
Let's see. Video games mostly are the things that are, I guess, interesting that have happened to me the last couple weeks. So I played through a game that came out recently called Animal Well. This is a game, it's a Metroidvania, but very puzzle heavy. So you play as a little blob guy, and you're in this underground world, and you're exploring, and there's lots of weird creatures, and it's a very unique take on the Metroidvania formula, because there's like, you know, like most Metroidvanias, there you kind of know what to expect with, like, you know, you unlock, you know, you get the grappling hook thing, you get the double jump, you get the, you know what kind of the standard set of abilities that you unlock over time that gives you more access to new areas. In this game, all the abilities, or like the items that you get, are like, they're very unique and like kind of quirky and silly. So like for example, one of the first items you get is a quirky. That's our thanks sponsor. Thanks to Larry Q.
Quirky. Quirky is the word today.
And so one of the first items you get is a bubble wand.
What?
It's just a little, and you blow into it, and it blows a bubble, and then you can jump on top of the bubble and use it as a midair platform. So it's kind of the double jump. But there's also other things that you could do with the bubble wand that you learn about later. It's very interesting, because there's like every item has multiple purposes, but you don't like learn it right away. Nothing's ever explicitly stated to you. It's always like you kind of just gotta mess around with things and figure it out on your own. And very well designed, very interesting, lots of cool puzzles and interesting mechanics. It was great. I played it over the course of a couple days, and
nice.
It's very, very good. Yeah, and it's also the kind of game where like there's like a ton of, once you kind of beat the main game, you've really only played like half the game, because there's a ton of like extra puzzles to solve, but they're like super difficult ones that, you know, like collecting all the things and finding all the secrets. And I did a bunch of that, but it's just some of the puzzles are very like obtuse and difficult in a wonderful way, but in a way that I'm like, I don't know that my brain is intellectually powerful enough to handle some of these puzzles.
Wait, what kind of puzzles are there? Because I don't know. I feel like I'm usually, the kinds of puzzles I'm used to are like Zelda dungeons, and those are
sure.
It's more just like kind of trial and error until you figure out the right thing that works, and then it works.
Think of it as like there's stuff involving like secret codes that you have to find by there's like symbols hidden around the environment that you have to like you can like take notes on the map, and I don't want to go much into it, because I would do a bad job of describing it, but also because this is a game that's very like, part of what makes it great is playing through it and discovering all the things for yourself, Nice. It's like the kind of the surprise and the wonder of it. Like so if this sounds like it'd be something up your alley, listener, definitely recommend it. And there are also like, there's at least one puzzle in the game that is a community puzzle, meaning that like only you can't solve it on your own. It's designed so that people online have to work together to solve it. So like each person's game gives you a different like piece of the puzzle, and they all had to kind of come together and be like, okay, what do all these pieces mean together? How do we solve this together? It's like,
wow.
Anyway, yeah,
that's
which
cool.
Is super cool.
Is it like you have to do a co-op kind of thing, or
not like explicitly co-op, but like basically there's a puzzle where like, for each install of the game, there is a like one bit of this puzzle. There's like 64 pieces or something, and so then you have to get enough people online who like share what their piece is, and then once you've gotten all of them, you are able to piece together that way. Essentially, it's cool.
That does sound cool.
It's good times. Yeah, Animal Well, excellent. Also developed by one person, which is really impressive.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a solo developed game by a guy named Billy Basso.
A much bigger game, or like a much bigger. I mean, a much bigger task for.
It's very impressive.
Like a team effort kind of thing,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was developed either entirely or almost entirely by this one guy. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's very cool, very impressive. And then the other game, I've been playing a bunch of games, but the other kind of notable one that I've been playing recently is I started replaying Kingdom Hearts 3.
Ooh. I don't think I ever actually played Kingdom Hearts 3. I didn't. I never did.
No. You don't have a thing to play it on.
I don't.
You don't have the capability, unfortunately. Yeah. But also, you kind of need to play like 4 other Kingdom Hearts games in order to understand 3.
Oh, yeah. Nobody can have that. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm replaying Kingdom Hearts 3 because a while back, this is a while ago at this point, some DLC came out for it that's like an epilogue, essentially, with some new bosses and some new story stuff. And I have a friend who is another big Kingdom Hearts nerd like me and has been wanting me to play this DLC so that we can talk about it. And so I was like, okay, finally, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna play through the game again and then get to the DLC and play through that. So I started a new playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 3. It's a delightful game. Gorgeous, just like visually. I forgot how like beautiful this game is visually. Sure. It's the best looking Kingdom Hearts game, I think, which I mean is kind of given that it's a PS4 game as opposed to like
PS2.
Oh yeah, basically. But yeah, it's great. The combat is fun. The characters are it's Disney characters and it's Sora and it's just fun.
What are like some of the new like Disney worlds that you get to go to?
You get to go to Toy Story.
Ooh,
that one's really cool.
Are you a toy yourself, or are you just like toy sized?
No, you're a toy. So you are toy versions of Sora, Donald, and Goofy, and they're like the Lackey figures. It's great. That's the world I'm on right now. It's so fun. It's like it's such a good. You remember the Toy Story 2 PC game that we had growing up?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like. I remember loving that game. I was just replaying it a little bit earlier, actually. Yes, it's so good. But it's like that, but in HD, kind of, because it's just like you're exploring. You're the size of a toy, and you're exploring.
Is it the same map? Because that would be awesome.
No, it's not. It's not.
You can't like run around to the rafters in the attic and stuff. And
no, but so the Toy Story world it's Andy's room. You can't explore the rest of the house, but then you go out Andy's window, and there's like the front lawn and the street in front of their house, and then you can go down the street and it takes you to the next area, which is a toy store. It's not Al's Toy Barn. It's like it's a 3-story toy store full of like, it's almost like a mall filled with like individual toy stores.
Wasn't
in
there
it.
something
It's
like
really
that
cool.
in like Toy Story 3? Like a big toy store?
I don't remember. They were like a daycare. Was Toy Story 3?
Oh, well, there was another one. Was it? What am I thinking of?
It was Toy Story 4.
There was a Toy Story 4.
There was like an antique shop. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I think yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. It's just. I remember like playing Toy Story, playing this level in Kingdom Hearts 3 for the first time back when it came out a few years ago, and just being astonished at how good it looks. Like, this is real-time graphics. This game, the Toy Story in this game looks better than the Toy Story from like Toy Story 2. Like, it's it's just like graphics have come so far that like these real-time graphics look better than the pre-rendered stuff from 20 years ago. It's amazing. It looks gorgeous. It's all very detailed. Like, you can see like it's detailed to the point where like if you look at the toys, like you can see like little scratches and things on the toys. You can see like the screw that goes into like Buzz's butt, and you can see a copyright Disney Pixar etched onto his butt. It's like,
wait, Disney and Pixar exist in the Toy Story universe, and
it's the implications are maddening.
Just the circular logic that goes into that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great. But yeah, I'm loving that. Getting back into that game. So there's a Toy Story world. There's Big Hero 6 gets a world. Oh. There's you go back to Hercules world again. Oh, nice. Yeah, San Francisco. You go back to Hercules, except this time you go up to Mount Olympus and you fight the Titans and stuff. Ooh. It's cool. Super cool. Yeah. Instead of Olympus Coliseum, like it's been in past games, you go to Thebes, like the Greek city of Thebes, and then you also go to up Mount Olympus to the realm of the gods.
Thebes cool. That's where the Hydra is in Hercules, right? Like where like he goes and fights that.
Yeah, I think so.
Someone call IXII. Yeah. That's what that was.
Someone call IXII.
It's the best, one of the best jokes in any Disney movie ever.
And then let's see, there's a Monsters Inc. level, which is super fun.
Nice. Are you a monster or are you a kid?
You are a monster.
Oh.
Yep. You're monsters.
I mean, it makes sense for Donald Goofy. Probably don't have to change him too much, but nice.
Yep. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's great. I'm looking forward to getting through the rest of that. Yeah. So that's kind of what I've been up to. What's new and upcoming in the world of Star Wars? I mean, the Acolyte's coming out June 4th. Yeah. That's exciting.
We just got there was a new thing that came out today about the Acolyte. It was like a little it was like a GIF. It wasn't even like a full clip, but it was one of the Jedi. This Jedi's the same species as oh shoot, what's her name she was in Tales of the Empire. The Barisafi, same species as Barisafi. There's a Jedi.
Oh, okay.
And this Jedi has a lightsaber whip.
That's cool. Yeah. I love that.
There's a lightsaber
whip. That's awesome. Oh, I'm so excited for this show. I'm so excited to see new weird Star Wars stuff from a different era we haven't seen, and it's all Jedi stuff, and so good. Love me some good Jedi stuff.
Big fan of
that's
them
cool.
Jedis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then we did get one Star Wars announcement between this episode and the last one. It's the new Lego Star Wars like special that they're coming out with, right?
Yeah.
What's it called? Like Rebuild the Galaxy or
something. It's basically Star Wars What If in Lego Star Wars.
Yes. Which is awesome.
Yes. And honestly, that's honestly that's the best way to do a What If in Star Wars is Lego Star Wars. I think.
Honestly, it's a great idea. Yeah. It's called Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy. It's gonna be on Disney Plus on September 13th, and it's just like it looks awesome. And at the end of the it's a remixed version of the Star Wars world, and it's a Lego, and the end of the trailer you see Darth Jar Jar, which is great.
Jar Jar is quasi-canon now.
Sure, quasi. We'll give it that.
It's multiversally canon.
Yeah, in multiverse, everything's multiversally canon. I mean, you think about it.
Yeah, but we've seen it on screen, so it counts a little more.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I haven't watched any of the Lego Star Wars like shorts or anything or like specials because I haven't been super interested.
Sure. Yeah.
They look fun, but but it's like
they're definitely catered
it's kind of
to 6-year-olds. And
but this one just looks so fun because it's like. It's a new take on things, and they're like really taking advantage of the fact that it's Lego and it's about like creativity and mixing things up, and like that's cool. That's cool to me. Yeah. It just looks like a lot of fun. So
yeah, I'll definitely be watching it. Probably watching with Marianne. It'll be a blast.
Oh, excellent. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I've watched the Lego Star Wars stuff with Marianne before. Like the Lego Star Wars holiday special. She loves that.
I was gonna say we should maybe for our next Christmas episode we can do. Watch that and talk about the Lego Star Wars holiday special.
And do a holiday special again.
We're not doing the holiday special again, Sam. You can't make me. Amazing.
Oh gosh. Oh no. Yeah. No, but that's a great idea. We should do Lego Star Wars holiday special.
Love that.
Yes.
All right. So I guess Sam, are you ready to get back into the swing of things? Get some Star Wars content.
Yeah, dude. All right, let me pull up the
world.
Gotta pull up the thing. The Wikipedia. The old Pedia Wookiees.
So many Wookiees in this
So many Wookiees up in this Pedia. All right. So the first episode...
All up in this Pedia.
The first episode we're going to be talking about in this 3-episode arc is called Nightsisters. It is Season 3, Episode 12. And
where does this take us in the timeline, Sam?
Jack, it's 20 BBY.
We're in 20?
We're in 20 BBY. Another year. We've done it.
Another day, another dollar.
Yes.
That's the thing I said. Okay.
Yep.
Let's do it. Let's get into it.
All right. The moral for Nightsisters is the swiftest path to destruction is through vengeance. Dun dun dun. All right.
Damn.
Galactic shutdown! In a fierce battle for survival, the Republic and Separatist armies have clashed in the distant Sullust system. Count Dooku's most cunning assassin, Asajj Ventress, leads the vicious attack. Asajj Ventress leads a space battle against Republic forces commanded by Jedi General Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Sullust system. Ventress singles out Kenobi and attacks him, damaging his fighter, whereupon she is in turn knocked unconscious by Skywalker. Both combatants crash in a hangar of the Separatist flagship. Meanwhile, however, a conspiracy is brooding against Ventress's life. Darth Sidious confers with Count Dooku, expressing his concerns about Ventress's growing power and orders his disciple to destroy her before she becomes too strong to handle. And Dooku, under the will of his master and afraid to protest, is reluctantly forced to obey. When Ventress calls him for assistance, he abandons her for her supposed failure. Shaken and frustrated, Ventress viciously engages Anakin and Obi-Wan in lightsaber combat. The confrontation is interrupted by Dooku's order to have the flagship bombarded by the other Confederate ships to ensure her destruction. The combatants barely escape with their lives. Dooku then informs Sidious of Ventress's supposed demise. The Dark Lord is satisfied that Dooku's loyalty to him is intact. You know, I didn't realize that it was this soon into the timeline that Ventress was spurned by Dooku. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, we're only in season 3 and that's already happening.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
What were you gonna say?
I want to say. I just want to say I really like Ventress's ship. It's a cool
It is super cool.
It's got like holographic sail looking things.
Yeah,
and it's like a vertical flying. It's cool. It's like a big kite.
It's sort of. I like it. It's like a baby version of the Camry, but also evil.
But it's an evil baby Camry.
Evil baby Camry.
Would you go back in time and kill evil baby Camry? Evil baby Camry. Name of this episode.
Yes. Write it down. I'm gonna forget it. Evil baby Camry. Let's do it. I also want to just acknowledge that this is some of the best lightsaber fighting in this entire arc. We get some of the best action sequences that, it's all awesome, all great. great action. It's just a lot of fighting, and it's all really well choreographed, and I like it a lot. Okay. So, Ventress is left floating in space in her nearly destroyed fighter until she is recovered by a scavenging crew who intend to ransom her to her employers. Instead, they are all killed by Ventress, who commandeers their vessel and proceeds to the location of her old order, the Nightsisters, where Clan Mother Talzin has her tended to. In her feverish dreams, Ventress recalls how she was rescued from a slaver whom her mother sold her to, and taken in by Jedi Knight Kai Narek as a child, her apprenticeship under him, his death, and her descent into the dark side, her being taken by Dooku, and his betrayal. Upon awakening, she swears an oath of revenge against her former master. Mother Talzin puts two of her finest warriors, Naleth and Karis, to assist her and provides her with the means of approaching and combating Dooku with the help of mystical invisibility potions and poisons. This like dream sequence was trippy, but it was also kind of it was a cool way to just get all of Asajj's backstory in like 30 seconds.
Yeah. It was cool. We got her origin story basically in a series of quick flashbacks, and it was cool.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed that I didn't realize is at one point during the flashbacks, we see a young-ish Asajj with her Jedi Master training.
Yeah.
And she has the flop over mohawk.
Oh, like, yeah. She's got like an undercut thing going
undercut
on.
Sort of haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got that haircut, and then she gets that haircut back after, like during the Bad Batch, during that era. We see when she's left
not
the
really
Sith and everything.
Anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, she gets her cool hair back.
Yeah, that's her light side of the Force haircut.
Which I like that. That's a cool.
It is cool.
Honestly, that gives it more meaning. The fact that she has this hairdo, it's like, oh, she's healed a bit. You know,
yeah.
Like that's cool.
I do like that. I also like that we got to see, because we both listened to the audio drama Dooku Jedi Lost, and Kai Narek was a pretty prominent character in all that, because Kai Narek is the voice of it. Kai Narek was her Jedi Master, and in this audio drama, Kai Narek plays the voice of her conscience in all of this. Remember I
never got very far into it, actually.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't finish it.
Okay.
So
Well,
I need to. Yeah.
Oh, dang it!
That's cool though.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I didn't mean to spoil that, but it's not really a spoiler. It's
it's all right.
He's in there, and
that's okay.
Kind of, he's basically the good angel on her shoulder the entire time.
That's cool.
Yeah, Force Ghost in her brain.
I wish I was better at finishing things that I start, but I'll get around to it.
Yeah. For me, if it's Star Wars, I'm probably going to finish it. That's how I am. But everything else, I suck at finishing. So, oops.
Cool.
Anyway, we're back. Also, I like how they kind of, like, their invisibility potion mist thing. The animation is just very silly, but I like it a lot. They kind of just, they look like ghosts.
They're wispy and smoky.
They're wispy and smoky. They look like ghosts from an N64 game, is what I like. It was just kind of, it was just a little weird and a little distracting, and I was just like, I feel this feels Super Mario 64-ish in some way, shape, or form. I don't know how. Like you know, like the smoke or the fire that you see in Super Mario 64, just kind of like that, like,
yeah,
that's what
it's like a weird little poofy,
yeah, that's kind of how they look, and that's all I could think of the entire time. It was a little distracting, but I don't know. My brain is weird. Yeah. Anyway, here we go. The three Nightsisters travel and penetrate Castle Sereno on Sereno, where they catch Dooku asleep. His senses dulled by Ventress's poison dart and the cloak of invisibility which surrounds his attackers. Dooku is caught at a disadvantage, but fights back furiously, thinking his assassins are Jedi since Mother Talzin has armed Ventress's team with lightsabers, blue and green ones. Nearly beaten, Dooku, who fakes being completely drained of energy, instead channels all of his rage, and in one extremely powerful blast of Force lightning, he evicts them from his palace and disrupts their invisibility. Mother Talzin
defenestrates them.
He does defenestrate them. There you go, Mom. It's your favorite word. Mother Talzin is content, however. With this attempt on his life, she reckons Dooku will now be more anxious to get himself a new assassin and bodyguard to protect him. she contacts the Count and suggests a replacement, a male Zabrak warrior from her people, an offer Dooku decides to accept. End of the first episode.
Cool.
We did it.
Fun times. Yeah. This episode is, so I just looked it up to make sure. This is the first canon appearance of the Nightsisters and of Mother Talzin and of Dathomir. So,
yeah. We get a lot of cool stuff. I love there was just so much cool new stuff for the Star Wars canon that we got in this episode. Just because just the designs of stuff on Dathomir, visually, it's really cool. It's really spooky. Marion watched this first episode with us, and she was thoroughly freaked out, but wanted to keep watching. She kept hiding in the couch and then laughing this is funny, right? Ha ha ha! Because I think she was just trying to it was cute. She was trying to
nervous laughing.
Yeah, nervous laughter. And then she would run to a room, but then look around the corner and try to watch. And it was, it was adorable.
No.
Yeah. But we're man, you can just not look. We don't want to look. It's fine. Yeah.
She's curious. She feels the call of the dark side. She's very, she's curious.
Oh no. I mean, with how she's been acting lately, I would believe that.
Oh no.
Full on three-nager.
She's embraced her anger.
Yes. Yeah, lots of tantrums lately.
Can feel your anger.
Can feel your anger. It gives you focus. Yeah, this is a good episode.
Yeah. I like the Nightsisters, their kind of outfits with the hoods and the I think those are cool. They're kind of angular and neat, and I like
they're if nuns were ninjas. It's kind of how they look. It's really cool.
They're nunjas.
Oh no! I hate
it was
that.
right there.
It was right
you
there.
You set me up.
I did, and I feel bad.
Yeah, you set him up. I knock him down.
Yeah, you knocked me down good. That was bad.
You get up again.
Yep.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. I like their laser bows. Those are cool.
Yeah, is that where Omega got hers? Do you think?
I don't know. I mean, it's a similar.
One, but it just...
I don't think it's a Dathomiri one, but it's the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like a blaster bolt type bow thing. And I was gonna say something else about Dathomir and the Nightsisters and something.
All the Zabraks. We haven't seen all the Zabraks yet.
I think it's a Zabrak.
It's a Zabrak.
It's fake. It's whatever.
Right.
It's
everything's made up and the points don't matter. It's fine.
Exactly. Welcome to Star Wars. Oh yeah. I just wanted to say that it's cool. You mentioned all the kind of the new stuff we get in the Star Wars universe from these episodes, and I think the Nightsisters in particular are such a cool thing because we get a new faction of Force users that's not Jedi or Sith. It's here's a new way of another group of people who interact with the Force, but in a different way than we're used to, which I think is a cool idea.
Right. Yeah, because there's a lot of levitation and mind control, and I like the just kind of the audio design of everything on Dathomir, especially with Mother Talzin. It's really, I didn't like it at first because when she talks, you hear her voice in 3 octaves and kind of in unison, but not quite in unison, and it's very off-putting. And I didn't like it at first until I realized oh, this is very intentionally off-putting. I like it a lot, but yeah, it was oh wait, I'm not supposed to like it. Great, I love it. This is awesome.
It's oh, I get it. That's intentional. Cool. Yeah. I get it.
So it was cool. All right, I can keep talking, but we have 2 more episodes to do. Shall we move on?
Yeah. All right. Next episode. Our next episode is called Monster. The moral of this episode is evil is not born; it is taught.
Yeah. Evil is also super soldier serumed with dark magics, apparently.
Dark magics. Yeah. Magics with a K on the end. Yeah. All right. An impenetrable defense. A bid for revenge. Betrayed and left for dead by Count Dooku, Asajj Ventress has begun a deadly game with her former master, launching a secret assassination attempt against him with the help of her kin, the mysterious Nightsisters. Deceived into thinking the Jedi were behind the recent attack, Dooku has traveled across the galaxy to enlist the Nightsisters in his quest for vengeance. Alright, here we go. This is a cool episode.
Very cool.
Count Dooku travels to Dathomir to meet with Mother Talzin so that she may aid him in procuring another personal assassin to replace Asajj Ventress. He also attempts to form an alliance with the Nightsisters, an offer that Talzin rejects for unspecified reasons. Talzin asks, I like that at this point she's like, Dooku's like, you could join us. You could join the Separatists, and it'd be cool to have like some cool like Force witches on our side. That'd be rad. And she's like, you know what? I'm repaying you a favor here, and once we're done with this, I never want to see you again. She literally is like, I hope to never see you again, Dooku. After this.
Yeah, Dooku was like, hey, you want to can I recruit you for my cause? It's like, wow, that's very generous of you. I never want to see you again.
yeah. She does say, what a generous offer, which is such a sassy backhanded,
yeah.
Oh, that's great.
It was like the most polite but sinister middle finger she could have given to him. Like, nah.
Yeah. What a generous offer, you asshole.
Yeah, you butt. You're a butt.
Right. Talzin rejects it. Talzin asks if he recalls the Sith warrior Darth Maul, to which Dooku responds that he does and hasn't forgotten that a decade ago Maul was slain on Naboo at the hands of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Talzin suggests recruiting a male from a village from the other side of the planet, a warrior of Darth Maul's caliber, though she cautions him that male Zabroks are often harder to control. Believing the Jedi to have perpetrated a previous attack on him and Ventress to be dead, Dooku agrees to this offer since he thinks that procuring a new Sith assassin is essential. After Dooku has departed, Talzin sends Ventress herself to the village to select one of its warriors to serve their revenge plans against the Count. Following a preliminary weeding out of the less capable potential candidates, Ventress sets up 3 tests to aid in the selection. A test of arms, in which the candidates attack Ventress, a test of darkness, in which they have to face Ventress hidden in the shadows and their own fear, and a test of skill, in which they have to elude Ventress while navigating a maze of rising stone blocks. By the beginning of the third contest, only 2 contenders remain alive, Savage Opress and his younger brother, Farrell, which, by the way, these names, I love it. We get some of the silliest names in Star Wars in this arc, because it's
So wait, there are 3 brothers. There's Savage, Farrell, and Maul. They're brothers.
Yeah.
I love
their parents had
how just brain dead, but in the best way Star Wars names can be. It's just like this, it's supposed to be subtle. Like this is supposed to feel subtle to a 6-year-old, but
it's I'm a gun die levels of naming conventions.
It is, yeah. It's
Anyway,
as subtle as as all the bad guys wear black and all the good guys wear lighter colors. It's that subtle.
True. Yeah. So, yes, Savage Oppress is the guy, and his younger brother's name is Farrell, and their brother's name is Maul. Yeah. Anyway.
Yep. Also, before we I like it just kind of skimmed over the weeding out of less capable potential candidates. Asajj just jumps around and force chokes a couple people and punches a couple people in the nuts, and it was like, oh, they suck. They're not good enough.
Yeah, it felt a little arbitrary.
Yeah. It's just like, I just gut punched you and you fell over. Wow, you must be a wuss. I don't want you.
Yeah. So, by the beginning of the third contest, only 2 contenders remain alive, Savage Opress and his younger brother, Farrell. When Ventress corners Farrell and prepares to kill him, Savage steps in and faces her in single combat in exchange for his brother's life. Though he is defeated, Ventress is sufficiently impressed to accept him in her service. Back in their abbey, the Nightsisters use their mystical powers to increase Savage's strength and ferocity with the super soldier serum, turning him into a hulking brute and putting him under Ventress's complete control. As a final test of his loyalty to her, Ventress assigns Savage to kill Farrell, who has been brought there as a prisoner, which he does with little hesitation. Damn, rip Farrell. Deemed ready for his task. In the Deemed ready for his task, he is armed with blast-proof armor and a mystically empowered vibro axe, and introduced to Dooku. Impressed yet cautious, Dooku sends Savage to the jungle world of Deveron to take out a small Jedi temple located there. Savage arrives at the temple and quickly ends the ongoing fight between the temple's guardians and the invading droid forces, taking out Jedi Master Halsey and his apprentice Nox, along with their clone troops, in a matter of moments. Thoroughly satisfied, Dooku takes Opress as his new apprentice and promises to teach him in the ways of the dark side in order to eventually overthrow Darth Sidious and rule the galaxy. End of the episode.
End of the episode. I like it.
Yeah. This is our first time seeing any Zabrox since Maul.
Yep. Since
the last time we saw Maul in episode 1, I guess. Yep. Which is cool. So we get to see that. We get to see some more of the Dathomir culture. We get to see some. I like the cool like battle arena where they do all the tests.
That was cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It felt very
the rising blocks and the light torches.
Yeah.
And things.
It was a lot like the stuff on like Mandalore or Camino for like training like clones or Mandalorian warriors and stuff. It was really really cool. Mm-hmm. But also like it was all stone and felt mystical and weird and cool. I liked it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was rad. Yeah. Also, I like how they set up they set up Savage as like a tragic character in a really like quick and elegant way, which is that he has his brother that he spends the first 2/3 of the episode or whatever protecting him, and then at the end, after he's corrupted by the dark side, basically he without hesitation kills his brother. And
right.
It's like, wow.
He wasn't even just like corrupted by the dark side. He was kind of like brainwashed, like Winter Soldier.
No, yeah, he was like mind controlled, basically. Yeah. With the dark side.
With the dark side.
Yeah. So.
Also, he's voiced by the lovely Clancy Brown, who's also Mr. Krabs.
He's also Mr. Krabs, yes. Yep. Mr. Krabs himself, also known as Savage Opress.
Also Ryder Azadi.
Also Ryder Azadi, correct. Another Star Wars thing.
Star Wars.
Cool. Well, this was cool. I loved when he arrives on Deveron to take out the Jedi Temple. He's just like running and like he's like as he's running towards the clones of the Jedi, he's also like whacking droids out of the way. He's like he doesn't care. He's like, get out of my way. I'm taking over.
Yeah.
Yes.
A very fast bulldozer.
It's a monster.
A monster.
Monster.
Hence the episode.
You're a monster.
I'm not the monster. Here you are. You and your fairy tale creatures poisoning my perfect world. All right. The last episode of the arc is Witches of the Mist. And believe it or not, this is also 20 BBY. Okay. The moral is the path to evil may bring great power, but not loyalty. Mysterious deaths unknown to the Jedi. A new threat has unleashed on the galaxy. Savage Opress, a pawn in the dangerous game between Count Dooku and his former assassin Ventress. The victims of his brutal massacre on the planet Deveron are being returned to the Jedi Temple for evaluation. It is up to the Jedi Council to find this mysterious killer and eradicate him. Boom. Also, I like these were so. Delta Squad shows up, right? And they are clone commandos, right? And this is one of the first times we see clone commandos, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
I think this is the first time we stuff. Yes. I think this is the first time we see those in canon, I believe.
Yep. Super cool. So Delta Squad returns to the Jedi Temple on Coruscant with the bodies of Master Halsey and his Padawan Nox from Deveron after the Deveron massacre there and reports to the Jedi. Obi-Wan Kenobi and the others immediately suspect the handiwork of another assassin in Count Dooku's employ, but the savageness with which the killings were performed mystifies them. Surveillance material recovered from Deveron finally reveals the face of the killer. Startled to see that this brutal warrior comes from the same stock as his long-dead enemy Darth Maul, Obi-Wan is sent to Dathomir by Masters Yoda and Windu to uncover the killer's origins. He actually at first thinks it's Darth Maul. He's like...
Yeah, he's like, what, Maul alive? No, I killed that guy. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you did,
but I was like,
did you?
I like that, how it's like, It's like, no, you're right, you did kill him. And then at the end of the episode, it's like, well, actually,
on second thought,
it's like a double fake out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more. All right. Obi-Wan and Anakin travel to the village where Savage Opress has been raised. Obi-Wan's hopes of solving the matter peacefully are dashed when a group of armed Dathomiri surrounds them, forcing them to resort to aggressive but non-lethal negotiations until Anakin takes the village headman, Brother Viscous, hostage. His name is Viscous? Brother Viscous.
Oh, that's good.
That's a good name.
In the Wikipedia article where it says aggressive but non-lethal negotiations, it links to the page for lightsaber.
It does. That's hilarious. I like thought it was like, why is it linked? It was like, it's literally just the lightsaber page. That's silly. That's silly. Whoever wrote this is silly. I like you.
Thank you.
Yep. Brother Viscous refers them to Mother Talzin of the Nightsisters, and the Jedi leave under a tense but non-violent air for the witch's abode. Once there, the two are brought to Mother Talzin, who after some stalling reveals the name of their subject and where he can be found. With things running tight, Talzin assigns Ventress to join her servant and strike at Dooku immediately before the deception is discovered, even though Opress is not yet ready. Meanwhile, Count Dooku has begun training Opress in the skills of the Sith. Dooku proves to be a harsh taskmaster as he strives to stir Opress's rage and hatred in order to unlock the power of the dark side within him, torturing and agitating his disciple with demeaning criticism and force lightning. After the first training session has been completed, Dooku sends to Opress on yet another mission, this time to Toydaria. He is to capture King Katunko and bring him to Dooku alive.
Hey, King Katunko's back. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah, everyone's favorite King Katunko. Yeah, he's a Toydarian. Jedi mind tricks don't work on me, only money. Alright, Opress storms the royal palace, slices his way through the Toydarian guard, and captures the king by rendering him unconscious. Starting off great. Anakin and Obi-Wan, having just arrived, try to stop him, but Opress pins them down, destroys their ship, and escapes with Katunko to the Count's separatist frigate. However, while trying to stop Katunko from getting away, Opress inadvertently kills him via force choking. He accidentally force chokes him, which which enrages. So he inadvertently kills him via force choking. So he lifts him up in the force, but definitely lifts him by his neck very fast, and his neck snaps. Mm-hmm. And then he spends the rest of the time he throws his limp body over his shoulder and then drags it out by his foot, and his head's just sliding along the sidewalk, and then he hits.
He bumps over
hits
things.
And I'm like, oh man.
So yeah, talk about savage. Talk about living up to your name.
Yeah.
Poor King Katunko, by the way. Man.
We're right. However, while trying to get away, Opress which enrages Dooku, who angrily electrifies Opress with force lightning. Opress pleads with Dooku for forgiveness, to which Dooku replies that forgiveness is not the way of the dark side. Just then, Ventress enters Dooku's cabin, saying he had no right to treat Savage so poorly, and after reasserting her control over Opress, they attack the Count in concert. However, during the fight, Opress is repeatedly hit and weakened by Dooku's force lightning, and as both Ventress and Dooku criticize him for his weakness, Opress snaps and turns against them both by choking them. Dooku escapes through an emergency hatch, with Ventress pursuing him, leaving Opress to face the two Jedi, who have followed him with a Toydarian ship. Weakened and outmatched, Ventress finally retreats in an escape pod, and Dooku sends his battle droids to eliminate Opress. The Jedi and Opress flee Dooku's ship. Wounded and despondent, Opress flees back to Mother Talzin, who sends him to find his long exiled brother in the Outer Rim to train under his tutelage. With a promise to return yet more powerful, Opress departs for the Outer Rim to find Maul. It's Maul! Maul!
Yes!
Maul!
Yay! Oh, it's exciting. It's exciting times.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It was a great episode. So this is cool. I loved. We got simultaneous lightsaber battles going on.
Yeah.
We got Obi-Wan and Anakin and Savage and Savage and Asajj. They rhyme. And Dooku all fighting each other in the same ship in different places at the same time, and we get just some cool combat, and yeah, it's super cool. Let's see what else.
This is such a good episode. Yep, R.I.P. King Katuko.
Damn. In memoriam.
Oh. It's thunderstorm again. Like, I think I heard thunder. I did. I'm getting thunderstorms tonight in like half an hour. Fun.
Yeah. So that's cool. That like. Yeah, just the way this episode ends is this is a great episode, but the way it ends is the most exciting part, which is we get to see a cracked image of Maul's face because he's still alive somewhere in the outer rim.
Like, he's batshit nuts. Like he's like
yeah, we don't know that yet.
We don't know that yet, but yes, it was fitting that the image of him is cracked because that's what his brain looks like.
Yeah, his brain got all messed up when he lost his legs.
Yep.
You know, that'll do things to you.
Yep. Get to see Spider-Man soon. Spider-Man. I love that we had the same thought. It's good. Yes. Jack.
Yes.
Jack, did you have a favorite part of this arc?
Gosh, I don't know. This is a great arc overall. There's a lot of cool moments, a lot of new, like, interesting lore and locations and characters introduced, and it all, like, was stuff that really enriches the Star Wars universe. Like, yeah, it's all super cool. Let me think. I mean, this feels like a cop-out, but I like the final moment when it's like, hey, Maul is alive, because that's such a big deal.
Oh, it's a huge flipping deal.
And we know... Yeah. I would say beyond that, I really liked the simultaneous lightsaber battles near the end. That was cool.
Yes.
Especially the fight between Savage and Asajj and Dooku at once. That was cool.
That was very cool fight. That was a very, very cool fight. I liked that a lot. I think for me, now that you've, like, if that one is taken, mine is the one that made me laugh out loud was the dead King Katuko just getting dragged up.
Oh, poor King.
Like,
yeah. Oh, poor King Katuko. What a guy.
Yep.
He was like a cool guy. He was like a good leader. So it's sad to see him getting dragged around by his Brock man.
Yeah.
Disappointing. But yeah, great series of episodes. Yeah, cool.
Yes. MVP.
I mean, Savage, I guess. Like,
yeah,
I feel like,
or Asajj.
I mean, Savage or Asajj. One of the two. Well, like, it's weird because they're both successful in some ways, but they also both ultimately fail.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think that they could both deserve it. I kind of want to give it to Savage though, just for all the stuff he goes through in this. Like, he's like, taken from his home and tortured and forced to kill his brother that he tried to save, and then he's like, he just gets a lot of force lightning thrown at him, and it's not fun. And then he gets mad and he runs away, and as much as he just murders a ton of people, I still feel kind of bad for him because it's like not his fault that he's in this situation,
right?
So anyway, Savage, he has the highest kill count. He's the only one who killed anybody, really.
That's true. Did a lot of killing.
So
a lot of killing.
So much murder.
Yeah, savage murder.
Main character kills. This is the first appearance of Savage, and we get several kills from him.
We do.
He kills his brother Farrell.
Yeah, we got Farrell, the two Jedi, and King Katuko. Are kind of like the four big
and also
ones.
a bunch of clones.
Yeah. We don't know how many clones. Do we have a Savage column?
We do. I think so. I think I made one.
Well, no. Oh, you
in
do.
the big old spreadsheet of content. Yeah.
We got it. All
so
right.
yeah.
Let's say. How many clones do we think were there?
I think it was like 4 or 5. Let's say 5.
5. So we'll say 9. For
9 kills.
9 kills.
Mm-hmm. I don't think he kills anybody else after that, does he?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah, no, that's everybody, I believe. Yeah.
Great.
And I think he's the only. Yeah. Well, I guess does Ventress kills like the Ventress kills the other Zabrak guys, right?
Oh yeah.
So
like 3.
Yeah, she doesn't kill.
Like 3 of them.
Yeah, 3. Yeah, we'll say 3.
Great.
I don't. Yeah.
Cool.
There were like 5 or 6 total. And yeah.
Dang.
So cool.
Savage already has a higher kill count than Grievous right now.
Well, Grievous tends to run away a bunch.
Yeah. Time to abandon sheep. He does that a lot.
That's not what his voice sounds like.
I know, but sound better than the episode 3 novelization did. So.
Oh damn!
Ooh,
shots fired.
Got him. Got him. All right, Jack. More Star Wars is better Star Wars. How does this make the movies and the rest of Star Wars mo better?
Mo better. I think we've already covered some of it, but just like Dathomir. The introduction of Dathomir and the Nightsisters and the Night Brothers, and the introduction of Savage, the getting backstory for Asajj Ventress.
Yeah.
Reestablishing her as a character who's like, she's not just a like Dooku's pawn anymore. She's like her own like character off on her own, and you know, who knows what she's gonna do next.
Right.
You know, that's exciting. And the reveal that Maul is still alive, obviously, is a big deal.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I agree.
Good arc.
Very much good.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any much more to add than that. It's all good. Yeah.
It's all good.
We have a voicemail.
Kind of.
We do.
Yeah. Oh, we do? Okay, because there was another thing.
We have 2 things from Jason. One is a voicemail, one is a text. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, Jack, Sam, and other listeners. Question just popped in my head. You can only keep 5 things that are canon in Star Wars universe, you know. Like you could keep episodes 4, 5, 6, and then 2 and 3. Something like that. If you guys could pick only 5 things. I guess. Yeah, I don't want to ask like what are your top 5 things. So like, you can only say. I got this. You can only say 5 films or shows of Star Wars. What would they be? Sam, you're up.
Oh, I go first.
Yeah, you first, Sam.
Wow. Okay, thanks,
He
Jason.
queued you up.
He did, Sam. That's a good question. So, and it's a hard question, too. So, only 5 Star Wars projects can stay in Star Wars. And just TV and film. So, I'm going to say... Can I say the original trilogy is one thing?
No.
Damn.
That makes it too easy.
It does. I know. Okay. Then I want to say Clone Wars. I'm just going to go in order of what I want.
Uh-huh.
So, Clone Wars, Episode 3. That's 2. Andor. Rebels, Episode 4. Just want that chunk. Okay. That's my favorite chunk of Star Wars right there.
That's a good answer. Yeah, I like that
because it's one big cohesive story, I think.
True. Yeah. Yeah, no, I like that. I like that answer a lot. My answer was going to be original trilogy, Clone Wars, and Revenge of the Sith, because I feel like that.
Yeah.
You maintain the original trilogy, and then Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith are really the most important elements of the prequels, honestly. At least in terms of like character development, I would say, and it also just like gives you the most kind of bang for your buck,
right?
In terms of like things happening.
Yeah, because I mean, Phantom Menace just kind of like it's really just world building for the rest of the prequels. That's really all Phantom Menace is.
Yeah.
And then Attack of the Clones is Anakin's a really powerful Jedi, and there are clones, and they are clones of Jango Fett. And that's kind of like,
that's kind of it.
That's what
also
that's Attack of the Clones. And also Anakin and Padme are married.
And also Anakin kills a bunch of people.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
Slaughter them like animals.
Yeah. No, I really like your approach of like, you had Clone Wars, Rebels, and or
Episode 3 and Episode 4.
Oh, Episode 3 and A New Hope. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's another good. It's a good. Well, like
because it ends with the Death Star blowing up, and
no, yeah,
I don't know.
Yes.
It's just kind of like it's a good big win.
Well, yeah, no, agreed. I was just thinking. I'm thinking out loud about like I would like to keep Rogue One in there because that feels so.
So would I. But I
connected.
I agree, but like
I mean, Andor is better, but it's also
better.
like
it's better,
Rogue
but not
One's
by a
more
lot.
important.
But it's better.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know people that, like, I've heard, I don't know, these people are brain dead, but they say that Rogue One is not like top tier Star Wars. Rogue One is top tier Star Wars. Rogue One is like
I think so.
I think Rogue One, like, if I had to do just Star Wars movies, like just movies, I would do 3, Rogue One, 4, 5, 6.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, Rogue One is definitely the top 5 Star Wars movies of all time.
Yeah, that's the way I feel about it too. I kind of understand where people are coming from when they say they don't like Rogue One. So I have friends who are like, just don't think Rogue One is a good movie, and I think
they're wrong, right?
Maybe it just depends. I don't want to say anybody's opinion is wrong, but like I understand in that some of the character development's a little underbaked for some of the side characters, and I don't know. I could see it being like a, kind of love it or hate it sort of situation in some ways. And I think because we love Star Wars so much and just that universe, and getting to see this time frame of this part of the universe is just in itself is really compelling.
Sure.
And I think if you're not compelled by that, if you're like not already a Star Wars fan, then I could see how Rogue One wouldn't be as, exciting or interesting a movie.
Yeah.
But for people who are like into Star Wars as a universe, as a fictional world, I think Rogue One is one of the coolest stories you can get, because it's like it's telling an integral part of the Star Wars lore that we've never seen, but that has been there since the very beginning of Star Wars.
Yeah. And
telling it in a way that I think is really, really well done, and it's visually beautiful. It's got one of my favorite scores of any movie. Like I think it's probably got the best music of any non-John Williams Star Wars thing. That's saying something. It's great.
Because Ludwig Göransson exists. So do the Kiners.
I know. I said one of the. I didn't say the only great one. Like, there's a lot of great Star Wars music that isn't John Williams, but this is the one that I go back to the most frequently, and the one that I feel like is most like emotionally affecting to me.
Yeah, I like that.
Anyway.
Yeah. That's a good question.
That's cool. Thanks for the question, Jason. Yeah, that was a good question.
Speaking
of which, Jason had another question, didn't he?
What is it, Jack?
Jason texted Sam and said, who would you cast for live action Quinlan Vos? That's a good question. I feel like, weirdly, my first, I mean, this wouldn't work obviously, but like my first thought was Ahmed Best, because he's already proven himself as like a badass Jedi.
Yeah, he's Keller back that one.
Yeah, but he's already Keller back, so you couldn't really be both. But that'd be cool.
Man. This is a good question, though.
I'm trying to think. I think maybe like.
So he's got to be kind of funny, but also like very adept at fighting.
What
and
about
a little nuts.
Michael B. Jordan?
That's a good one. Yeah,
I think it'd be good.
Yeah, I was gonna say Donald Glover, but Michael B. Jordan's way better. Yeah.
Also, Donald Glover's also already in Star Wars.
He is. Oh, he is. He's Lando. Right. Duh.
He's young Lando. Yeah.
Oops, never mind. Then that's a better fit for him.
I think Michael B. Jordan, being in Black Panther, I think we saw his charisma and his kind of slyness, but also he fights. Although I don't know how much of the fights in Black Panther, they were probably all CG because they're in those suits.
That's
so I don't
true.
know. But anyway, but also he's in Creed, and he fights in Creed.
He does fight in Creed.
So it's a different kind of fighting, but still.
Yeah.
And he's buff. He could do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I've seen him in a comedy role, because Quinlan is funny.
Yeah.
But also a good actor. So Michael B. Jordan's the best one I can think of, but I'm not.
Yeah, off the top of my head.
Yeah. That's what I got.
I'm trying to think of who else. Yeah. Honestly, if he wasn't already Finn, John Boyega would be good.
Oh yeah, they would be really good. Yeah. I'm running through other superhero movies and action movies that I've seen.
Yeah, you can think of anybody else. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Michael B. Jordan's good. He's good now.
Andy Serkis. Andy Serkis to do mocap.
Do it. Yes.
He's the only CG human character.
You know who else could do it? Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. Voice of Mario, Chris Pratt.
Voice of Mario, Chris Pratt. You could do it.
Oh God, I don't want to open that can of worms. Letting Chris Pratt do blackface. That's not. That's not cool.
Fine, Robert Downey Jr.
Oh yeah, it's better because he's already done blackface, so he has an excuse.
Yeah.
Is that what you're getting at?
Yes.
Cool.
To be fair, he played a character that was willing to do blackface. To kind of.
Yeah.
In context, it made a little more sense. Because the character, because he was playing a character who was nuts enough to be willing to do blackface. That was what was. Anyway.
True.
Anyway, it wasn't a great movie, but that was the thing.
Well. Well, all right. Yeah. You listeners, if you have an idea for who you would cast for Quinlan Vos, you should let us know. You should message one of us or
how would they call and let us know.
You could, if you'd like to join the discussion and tell us who you would cast for Quinlan Vos, leave a voicemail at 512-850-6653, and we might feature your comments, questions, corrections, or suggestions for casting animated characters in live action on the podcast.
Love it. Check what we're doing next week.
Oh my gosh. Next week, we are doing one of the coolest and most important arcs in all of Star Wars The Clone Wars. We're doing the Mortis arc, which is season 3, episodes 15, 16, and 17. Overlords, Altar of Mortis, and Ghosts of Mortis. So cool. I'm very excited. And there's a good chance we'll have a guest next week.
Oh boy. If all things work out.
If it works out.
Yep. It's a week away. Hopefully we have a guest.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for hanging out, Sam. Thanks for hanging out, listeners.
Yeah.
Thanks for chilling.
I'm going to make sure my house doesn't get struck by lightning. There's a lot of thunder outside right now.
That's good. That's a good idea.
I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it.
Cool. Oh, I like your... I feel like I've probably seen it on the wall before, but I like the thing that I gave you, the door.
Yeah. The little
Between Worlds or whatever.
Between Worlds thing. Yeah. I have my desk. I just cleaned up my desk, and now I have room to spread out, and I put my desk where I'd more rather have it. And so now it's... You don't see the rest of my room. You just see the wall behind my desk.
I finally hung up my 2 pieces of Star Wars art that I've had framed and sitting in my apartment.
It looks really good. And I showed Sarah, and she agrees that it looks very good there.
Yay! Thank you, Sarah. You don't listen to this, but thank you anyway.
She doesn't listen to this. She supports this a lot. She's like, "This is good for y'all. You do it. I don't want to listen. This is good for you."
You're very, very supportive. You let Sam record late into the night on Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sarah.
Much appreciated. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Get hype for next week. It's going to be a good time. And
good time, boy. Yes, it's gonna be good.
May the force be with you all. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
All right, cut the chatter. Roger, Roger.